There are many little details in the Ruin DLC, which some I discovered right away and some after a second playthrough. Some tend to be put in as fillers and for fun, but many are actually put in place, being directly linked to the lore. Here are some of the secrets that I found in the game.
Gregory? You there? I got your message.
One of the things you might have overlooked because of being thrown in a very detailed new environment right in the beginning of the game are the multiple newspapers used to cover the view into the pizza place, which talk about the reason the pizza place got into the state that it is now. The article mentions an earthquake destroyed the pizza place, even though it's a cover-up that Burn Trap was the actual reason, resulting in a series of explosions leading to the pizza place collapse internally and having massive sinkholes. Even Gregory on the walkie-talkie, who we later learned to be the mimic copying his voice, mentions that a massive sinkhole appeared, not mentioning anything about the explosions, revealing how it's not really Gregory, as Gregory battled Burn Trap and managed to escape, knowing fully why the pizza place collapsed and that it really wasn't due to an earthquake.
Are you there? Are you there? I'm trapped.
Gregory? I got your message. Where are you?
Help! Something grabbed me! You won't let me go! You have to find me! I'm trapped in the sinkhole under the raceway!
Another small detail which you might have missed is the fact that Helpy, the virtual assistant of the Vanny mask, constantly changes through the playthrough. Helpy is an automated assistant with no emotion, but a virtual robot who provides information to its extent of programming. Helpy has large blue eyes and a clear skin, but something we also notice is that he changes, having streaks of purple veins on the side of his forehead and yellow eyes. Helpy's counterpart with the purple veins is meaner and more snappy. One of the earliest signs of his change in behavior is when he mentions that the mask won't hurt a bit, but as Cassie puts it on, it hurts a lot, putting a transplant inside Cassie's nervous system, with the culprit of course being the corrupted Helpy.
Ow! That hurts.
It's clear that this version of Helpy is hacked or corrupted by the Mimic or Afton, as it tries to manipulate Cassie throughout the game to get rid of Mixes, the glitch rabbit being the security system in order for Cassie to free the Mimic. There are a lot of dialogue lines which clearly show how Helpy is corrupted in order to trick Cassie.
Gregory! Are you there? Hey! That's my voice!
The infobot who passes Cassie the mask makes it seem as if it's on accident, being a mask robot which had the role of passing the attraction masks to children for fun. But it's clear this robot is a typical infobot in the pizza place who had his metal scalp pulled out in strips to make it seem as if they are bunny ears and as if he wears a mask himself, but it's clear that it doesn't. This robot is indeed controlled by the Mimic who hacked him, possibly through the server room. We can see how Vanny had the ability to control the infobots in order to dismantle Freddy, so it's very possible that the Mimic would have the same abilities as he had access to the Vanny mask. Therefore, it was by no accident that Cassie was passed on the mask. It was all part of the plan for the Mimic to control her even further, and it all seems that it was the only Vanny mask in the pizza place. Using the first security camera station, the corrupted Helpy mentions how he created an intercom voice line using samples of Cassie's voice, clearly suggesting how it's the Mimic having the ability to mimic others' voices. Typically, it would have been direct recordings of an employee's voice in order to direct the animatronics to certain parts of the pizza place. But in here, Cassie's voice was not recorded and the Mimic simply replicated it. Now, moving on to the glitch rabbit, or also known as Mixes. The entire role of this virtual animatronic looking being is to alert the nearby animatronics of an intruder in order to apprehend them. Therefore, the only real threat the entity or mixes poses is that it can attract and send a distress signal to the nearby animatronics in order to kill Cassie. That's why all the death scenes involve an animatronic attacking Cassie. Another fun, interesting feature of Ruin is that the wet floor cushion bots echo heart-wrenching screams and cries of children as if they are trapped inside these robots. They are completely silent without the mask, and only wearing the mask allows Cassie to hear them. She can deactivate them using the mask, and as soon as she does so, they become silent. Even in one location, there is a secret room with many child drawings suggesting a child was hiding there before. Inside it, there's a wet floor cushion bot, a very unlikely place for one of the bots to be in, which appears as if the child transformed into this robot or got trapped inside it. This is a really strange detail which I might go over in more depth when I find more clues. One quick fun fact, each animatronic has a dedicated fizzy drink flavor linked to them, called Fizzy Fazz. Freddy has an orange flavor, Chica has pink lemonade flavor, Monty has sour lime flavor, and finally, Roxy has grape flavor, which in a way shows that their color coding has something to do with the fizzy drink flavor. Now, something that plays an important part in the Fnaf lore is the numerous arcade games found throughout the Pizzaplex. One of the most popular Fnaf arcade games is Princess Quest, which has a few installments. How this is tied to the lore is that a while back, a developer team used the animatronic CPUs in order to make transferring them into the game much easier and efficient. This leads to Afton's soul being transferred from his animatronic host Buddy into the digital realm, creating the glitch trap. After that, he manipulates Vanessa to help him get back to his original body, now being Burn Trap. One of Afton's victims, called Cassidy, also finds her way into the cyber world, becoming the princess in the arcade game. Her sword can also be seen in the DLC, depicting how the virtual world and the Vanny's mask is directly linked to the cyber world where Afton and Cassidy resided in. Moving on to the server room, a large glitch rabbit or the entity shadows over the place, seeming very threatening and intimidating, especially as Cassie cannot take the mask off with the corrupted LP getting it stuck. Regardless, you as the player actually have a very long time to solve the puzzle and leave. Despite the server room looking digital, it's actually very real as well. I personally waited around to see what the death scene looks like, as the glitch rabbit doesn't really have any powers himself directly to kill Cassie. This leads to Chica appearing out of nowhere and putting Cassie out of her misery, which means that she is somewhere in the real world. Trying to go back to the room after taking the mask off, you can't actually access it because it's barricaded. Another big giveaway that Gregory is not the real Gregory over the walkie-talkie is that he can be heard without using the mask and through the mask or through eerie whispers while wearing the mask. He also can hack and communicate with Helpy and control certain parts of the Pizzaplex, which all make it seem unlikely for a child who's trapped somewhere. Moving on, there's a go-kart which is set up to run over anyone in the raceway section of the game. It seems as if Roxy set it up in order to incapacitate Gregory, as he did in the main game, for her to be able to get her eyes back. Finally, when Roxy captures Cassie and hears her voice, she instantly recognizes her and lets go, uttering the word error, as if she is in a state of being corrupted, which she presumably goes away in order to reboot herself, just like the moon and sun, to get back to her original self. Are there any more fun facts or secrets in the game that I missed out? Let me know down in the comment section below or on my Twitter or subreddit. As always, it's been your host Star, and I will see you on the next one. Have a fantastic day.